Hi everyone, it's K-Red and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making this fun, quick, pretty easy, from start to finish with a bunch of pauses. I did it in 40 minutes, so probably if you're just drawing straight through without as many distractions as I had, probably take you between 20 and 30 minutes. So in today's drawing, we took some time just to relax. I had a busy weekend, so it was a lot of fun just to be able to draw some simple flowers that I've always loved and enjoyed. So the first thing I'm going to do is make some rings. I'm using that new paper. I used it previously. I think you're going to see it a lot. I love this size. It's a 6x6. I may have said earlier that it was a 9x9, but it's actually a 6x6 cardstock. This 6x6 paper is just the right size for me to sit and enjoy for, like I said, between 20 and 40 minutes of drawing, which for me is a great way to relax and unwind after work. I've been loving lately these descending lines. Just lines, they form a triangle depending which way your paper's facing. But I have used them over and over again and been my favorite work doodle during meetings. So I'm not sure if any of you have been watching. The Zentangle.com has a new pack out, project pack. I did not buy this pack yet, but I have been watching some of the videos and they've been talking a lot about auras. So anytime I've been watching something in a video, I usually see that comes out in my drawings. And that's kind of the idea here. These aren't really auras. These are just curved lines, commas, parentheses, arcs, all kinds of names. But I've did them in kind of the feel of the Zentangle page. They're trying to slow myself down, trying to be calm, and just make some circles. We're going to do some shading on these at the end that hopefully give it some nice dimension. From then, back to my favorite petals. I don't know that I've ever done a drawing without this petal in it. It is without a doubt my go-to. So if this project, if this paper today has a theme at all, it's going to be these half circles. I made them early on right here, and I went ahead and I turned them in to make them really dark. I love to have big, bold, dark areas on my pages, and these half circles are going to show up in a couple of places. Alright, so now just trying to see what else catches my mind. I'm sticking with this dark thick pen and seeing if I can add some dark lines to help add dimension without having to add too many shadows or too many changes. So from here, my favorite part of a mandala, we're just going to keep going and adding things step by step. I have these big circles that I'm adding in here. They're going to really perplex me the whole way through. I just can't decide what to do with them. But I keep going. And then I decide I really want to play with flowers. So I add in some more half circles, put the flower petals on, and decide to color them in nice and dark, that same blackout. Remember to take time when you're drawing to breathe. These fun little pages are made just for that, to unwind at the end of the day, to see what we need to do next, and to try to refocus and do a little bit of me time. I hope everything's going well with you. Adding some small lines on the tops of these, especially where you go in and out of your waves on the top of the petals, add a lot of dimension and really make it a nice realistic. You don't have to overthink it, some littler, some smaller. If you flick your pen some, it can vary where it's darker where you first put your pen down and then flick it up and then it'll lighten, add some nice dimension that way. It's just a fun little accent to put at the end, or also if you want at the base of each of these petals. I decided on this paper that I'm going to do some heavier shading than normal. And I put in some pretty dark shades around the edge of the auras, along the edge of the circles, on the outside of the flowers to make them kind of pop out a little bit. I played around a little bit with the eraser. Thought it was kind of neat that right at the base of where those dark half circles are, I erased out just a little bit of the pencil mark, a little bit of the shading I put in there. Wanted to have just a little bit of a white glow underneath it. It's kind of neat. Needed to play with it a little bit more. Cleaned up the center of the ring, made sure that was clean. Took off any eraser marks I didn't like. Rather than adding in the pen lines at the base of the petals like I did on the top, I did it with a shading, with a shadow. That way you can kind of see the difference between what it looks like with a pencil shading and with the pen shading. So now I'm still plagued by those half circles, those petals on the middle. I decided to add that half circle theme in there. And rather than overdoing it on the black, I just do some lines in half of it. Just enough to make it different, but nothing to distract from those dark circles that I was hoping to be the focal point, those flowers. And that's it. The page is that simple. Just a couple of half circles and lines drawing out through the petals. If you have a chance, please like and subscribe to this page. It doesn't cost anything, but it does a whole lot of making this page grow. And if you feel brave and you tried to draw a mandala today, please post in the comment section so we can all learn and join from each other. These ideas all come from things that we've seen online, in pictures, and in real life nature. I hope you all are safe, having a well-blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.